Welcome to Paranormal Almanac. With your host, Curt Sandvig. And Stitch. That's right! Welcome to another live bonus quarantine edition of Paranormal Almanac. That's right, I'm your host, Curt Sandvig. With me, as always, somewhere in here is Stitch. I'm sure he'll start barking because he hasn't barked once in like 6 hours, so he's just waiting for this. All right. I don't know what's going on with the times. Everybody was telling me, oh, you're starting at 6. Oh, you're starting at 9. Oh, you're starting at 8. Nope, it's just 7. It was always 7. I don't know why Facebook got all worried. Hey, howdy, hi. You love the shirt. Thank you. Hey, Randall. Hey, sweet. How you doing? I like that. We got people over at Twitch. We got, see, told you. I told you. It's cool, buddy. Same people that are out there all day. We got Johnny. Hey, howdy, hi. And Alicia. Damn it. See, I even have it written down. Don't ignore the W. That was for something else. Alicia. Carlos and Jay and Ashley. Hey, howdy, hi. That's right. TikTok is taking over the music. In case you guys didn't hear it. Hey, that's all right, buddy. The song that I was playing in the intro, Nathan Evans Wellerman. What a fantastic song. Can't get over this song. Now someone's texting me. Literally nothing has happened in the past like 2 hours. Now all of a sudden, I feel bad. That's my buddy Frank saying he feels like shit. He got his second shot today, or yesterday. He's not feeling too well. Aw, poor guy. But thank you. Yeah, this is the unofficial Paranormal Almanac, weird 80s big-eyed Hawaiian shirt. I don't know. It's all eyes. It's a big conspiracy. If you guys didn't know, I'm part of the Illuminati, and every now and then I like to give a little clue as to what we're going to do next as part of the Illuminati. Stitch, it's okay, buddy. Come here. You want a treat? Ignore the dogs outside. Come on up here. Come on up here. There you go. It's all you, Belle. All righty. So, hey, howdy, hi, everybody. This is a live call-in show. If you guys don't know what it is, all you got to do is you got to call in to 818-732-9399 anytime throughout the show. Oh, buddy, you're killing me. You were so quiet all day. Come here. Get up here. Come hang out with us. Call in anytime throughout the show, 818-732-9399, with your own personal paranormal stories. They don't have to be yours, though. If you want to tell me a story that you heard from your boss, your sister, your wife, your daughter, your dead uncle, I don't care, as long as it's true. That's the only thing that I care about, as long as it's true. Now, since I started a couple of minutes early, I'm going to pad this out just a little bit until we get our first caller. Fingers crossed we get a caller. I'm also going to do a live show on Saturday. I'm scheduling that one right after tonight's show because it seems a little funky when I schedule more than one show. So, if you don't want to call in or can't call in or you miss this show, Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, call in then because I'm going to need callers because without callers, these call-in shows are a whole lot of nothing. Alrighty, with that being said, let me tell you, oh wait, before I get to the stuff that I was going to talk about, we got something special for you live watchers right now. Let's go on over live right now to the Loch Ness, oh wait, I got to get that stupid thing out of the way. Here we go, the Loch Ness live cam. That's right, if you go to lochness.co.uk/live cam, you will see the Loch Ness Loch. Now, it is 3 in the morning right now, so it's pretty dark. It's a whole lot of blackness. I don't see Nessie. Stitch, come here, pal. Get over here. Over. I don't see anything. I don't see Nessie, so we're going to check back in later. Oh, it's refreshing anyway. We're going to check back in later to see if we see Nessie, but we'll be checking in throughout the episode now to try and spot Nessie Yes, it is nighttime over there, Monardo. Yeah, it's nighttime. Yeah, it's like 3 a.m. But we're going to check in. We're going to keep checking in. Let's check back. Let's check back right now. Let's check and see. Still black. Still don't see anything yet. All right, we don't see anything yet. We're going to check back in on that later. All right. So, what I was going to tell you about. Hey, howdy, hi, Lauren McCune. Oh, you didn't get a notification. See, yeah, Facebook is being weird for everybody. Stitch, come here. I don't want you barking. Come here, pal. Stay over here. So, today, Paranormal Almanac was lucky enough, well, actually it was yesterday, but I'm telling you about it today. Yesterday, Paranormal Almanac was lucky enough to get the first 3 episodes of the next season of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Now, while I can't tell you anything about the episodes, I did watch all 3 episodes, and I gotta say, if you like the show, if you do like the show, you're gonna like these episodes. They're more of the same with a little bit more interesting things happening. It is very cool. And if you don't know what Skinwalker Ranch is, I did a whole episode on it. Plus, I interviewed the astrophysicist, whose name I'm completely blanking on as soon as I thought, oh, I'm going to bring it up. Yep, I'm going to forget his name. But the astrophysicist who's on The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, I actually interviewed him on an episode as well. So I've done an episode on Skinwalker Ranch, interviewed the guy from the TV show Skinwalker Ranch, the astrophysicist. Yeah, so if you don't know what it is, listen to those. And if you do know what it is, awesome. Watch the show. It is really interesting. Like I've said before, I've been trying to reach out to the guy that owns Skinwalker Ranch. Brandon Fugel is his name, I believe. I've been trying to reach out to him because I really want to go there and spend the night at Skinwalker Ranch and do a live episode from Skinwalker Ranch. So, he is on Twitter. So if you guys want to reach out to him, hint, 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 and tell him, hey, you should have the guy from Paranormal Almanac coming out to do an episode there. I think it'd be very, very cool. I've got a lot of homework. Which homework are you referring to? Because there's a lot of homework that I've completed, including the Imaginary Friends episode is like 99% done. I might be recording it tomorrow. Might be. But yes, if you guys want to, and you have Twitter, and you're very nice to him, say, hey, you know who would be cool to have come out and do a live episode there? Paranormal Almanac. It would really help me out because I really want to go out there and do a live episode. I would totally do a live call-in show at Skinwalker Ranch. Totally. Hey, Randall said, did I hear about the missing page of the Project Gateway being released? No, I didn't. Really? All right, I got to look into that. Oh, are you talking about my homework about the Demon House? Because I have been doing homework for the Demon House as well. I've got a lot of homework with you guys. You guys keep giving me a lot of homework, but I like that. Got a lot of stuff a lot of irons in the fire. I almost said a lot of kettles in the pot, but that's not the expression. What's his Twitter? That's a good question, Veronica. Let's find out together. Brandon Fugel Twitter. Survey says Brandon Fugel. Hey, get over here. Stitch, come on. Leave him alone. People can walk by. Get over here. Up. You got to be good. His Twitter is Brandon Fugel, at Brandon Fugel. I am going to copy that and paste that in the chat right now. Nope. Sorry, Stitch, you're staying with me for a minute. Come here. Come here, pal. Come here. I know, I'm so mean. I'm making you sit on my lap. Hey, hi to Josh as well. I definitely will, Randall. I want to find out more about that. I definitely will. Yeah, and that's true. There is a very Native American twist to the Skinwalker Ranch that they actually go into on the 4th episode. The first 3 episodes tease it. The 4th episode has it, but I haven't been able to watch the 4th episode. I was only given the first 3 episodes, and I'm telling you, it is fantastic. Yes. Alicia is saying that Stitch needs his webcam. Yes, you're right. I tested it out tonight, and I just about broke everything. Completely just about broke everything. So, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Well, there is a problem. earlier this week, I think it was, maybe it was last week, late last week, I found out a valuable lesson. So for those listening, here's a valuable lesson for you guys. If you pour a full cup of tea directly onto your laptop, it stops working. It kills your laptop. So I did that, and now I'm working from my old laptop, which is not a good laptop. So hopefully it stays working tonight. But I have a feeling that the Stitch Cam didn't work because I'm using my really old laptop. So once I get a new laptop in a few months, we'll have a Stitch Cam. I promise you there will be a Stitch Cam. Yes, it was bad. It was dumb. Yep, it was my fault. Carlos asks, what do I think the weirdest phenomenon in Skinwalker Ranch is? That's a great question. I think it's the portals. I mean, yeah, there's UFOs. There's definitely radiation. I guarantee you that if they actually dig and this show is real, like a real reality show, as real as you can be, if they actually dig, they're going to find out that the winds blew all of the nuclear tests from Nevada right onto those lands. So there's definitely radiation in there, but I think it's the portals. I mean, there are weird creatures that come out and kill cattle, but it's the weird portals that things come out, like triangles and pyramids and rectangles that are just too bizarre. They're really, really weird, and there's a lot of reputable people that have seen them that don't give a crap about the paranormal. So something's going on there, really something going on there. Eric's saying the Facebook video quality is really sucky right now. It's probably Facebook, or it could be the laptop, but it's probably Facebook. The reason I say that is because Facebook was really screwing up earlier, so I don't know. Hey, howdy, hi to the Sean Bishop is here. I love that. Sean actually has a story that if he wants to call in, he said he might. I don't know, Stitch. I don't know what happened to it. So Sean actually has a new paranormal story that he might call in about, but if not, I'm going to have him on the show very, very soon. It's probably the laptop. You're right, Josh. For those who just joined in, I spilled tea all over my laptop and fried up my laptop, so that's fantastic. That is great. And, you know, I'm poor, so whatever. There is a noticeable difference. Crap. Yeah, guys, I don't know how to fix it. It's probably my laptop. I'm sorry. But let's go now. Let's go right back now. And let's check the Nessie cam. Let's see what's going on in the Nessie cam. It's 3:09 in the morning. Still dark. Still nothing. All right, we're going to check back in later. We're going to check the Nessie cam again. So let's keep checking back in. Sean can't call in tonight. He will definitely call in or be on an episode coming up soon. Oh, hey, for those who are saying that Facebook looks terrible, Twitch looks great right now. Head on over to Twitch if you guys want to see it look good. So it is Facebook. It's not my laptop. It's definitely Facebook. So here's something very interesting. For those that listened to the last live episode, when Alicia called, there was a lot of weird stuff going on in the background that I put. Not only did I bump it up in the actual episode, I didn't bump it up in the episode until the very end. At the very end of the episode, I bumped it up a couple of the spots, not all of them, but just a couple of spots, just to see what you guys thought of it, because I thought there was a parrot in the background or something was going on in the background. TV, maybe this live show, something was going on. She said she has no idea what those noises were, but the first one was a car's exhaust. So that makes sense to me. I went back and listened to it after she posted that on the fan page. That makes sense to me, but there is something weird going on. I'm glad she's moving because it sounded weird. Yeah, Alexandria, it sounded like a parrot. It really did. It sounded like there was a parrot behind her. So she's got a paranormal parrot at the place she's leaving, apparently. Boy, that's a whole lot of pee popping in this microphone. Sorry, everybody. But Robin, don't worry. You can listen to the episode. You can hear it all. Like I say, I bump it up at the end of the episode. So if you stay through to the end of the episode, after I do my whole, once again, I'm your host, Curt Sam. This has been another episode of Paranormal. Oh no, we're not ending. Don't worry, Stitch. Once I get through that crap, stay listening because there is stuff going on. A Monty Python ghost parrot. This parrot has ceased to exist. Let's see what else. But yeah, there's also, I mean, that was a great question, Carlos. There's a lot of weird stuff, and there is a couple of weird things that happen in the first couple episodes. So I can tease it all I want, but I can't give you specifics. So I can't wait for you guys to watch it, and we'll talk about it more when those episodes come out. But like I said, I would love to do a live call-in show from Skinwalker Ranch. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. All righty. Yeah, Robin, definitely watch the replay or catch the replay on the actual podcast. And Alicia said, it does sound like birds, but no one has birds around her. So she doesn't know what the hell that was. But it was weird, huh? It wasn't here, I can tell you that. It was definitely coming on her end of the phone call. But anyhow, once again, this is a live call-in show. So 818-732-9399 is the number if you guys want to call in. I'll keep bantering for a couple more minutes. So like I was saying, like I hinted at earlier, I have a feeling I'll be 100% done with the outline for the next episode tonight, depending on which way it goes. There's a couple episodes that there's a bunch I'm working on, but a couple that are close to being done. I'm either going to record I'm not going to tell the other ones. I might be recording the Imaginary Friend episode that we sparked on this very live show a couple weeks ago. Oh, yeah, Twitch quality is way better, people are saying. There we go. Let's do this. Let's get a live call in. Caller, you are on the air.
Hey, Curt, it's Monardo.
Hey, Monardo, saving me again. I love that. How you doing, sir?
Oh, no worries. I'm good. I wish I hadn't missed the last live show, but I'm able to make this one, so that's cool.
Hey, as long as you can make a couple of them, that's all I care about. The fact that people are checking in on these things at all makes me happy. So, how you been?
I've been good, just working and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was listening to your show about the women, like different colored, like ghosts and whatnot.
Yeah,
and that totally jogged me. I totally had forgotten about this one experience I had. And when I heard it, I'm like, all right, I got to call in with this one. So what happened, there's here where I live, there's kind of a road that I would take out like almost every night, like at midnight, 1 o'clock, going home. And it's pretty isolated. There weren't no street lights or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I drove that road like 3-4 years every night almost. And then one night as I'm coming around a curve, there was a car coming like the opposite direction. It's just a 2-lane county, road. And in the lights of the car that are coming towards me kind of blinded me, but I saw the silhouette of a woman standing in the middle of the road.
Holy crap, really?
Yeah, and maybe half a mile from where I was seeing this, there's a kind of like a rehab center, kind of isolated on its own. So my first thought was like, oh, crud, maybe somebody got out and they're wandering around, or who knows, But in the silhouette, I could see that this person, it was a female, I would think, because it looked like she was wearing a dress, but it went like maybe to the knees. It looked like, and then the way the outline looked a lot like maybe like something from the 1940s.
Oh, really?
Like that was the first thing that came to my mind, because the length of the sleeves, were just like above the forearm. I don't know, just the look of it. And I remember I could tell her hair was kind of a short bob haircut, because I could see it, the silhouette pretty clear. And and this person was pretty skinny, because I could see their arm dangling, to the side of them.
Yeah.
So much so that I slowed down and like kind of swerved like into the little bit onto the shoulder, because I totally thought there was a person standing in the middle of the road, and I couldn't really see because of the car coming towards me, blinding me. So I swerved, and as I'm driving by, I tried to look, but I'm also trying not to, end up in a ditch. And there was nobody there. Like I literally like slowed down almost to like a stop, and I looked through my rearview mirror, and I'm like, okay, there's nobody there. Like the other car didn't swerve, did nothing. I'm all, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's late and I just thought I saw something.
You just imagined a woman in a 40s dress. Now, was she solid? Did she look I mean, besides the dress being out of place, did she look like different or odd or something weird about her? Or was she just a woman in a 40s dress that you swerved out of the way of?
The thing that she was solid enough for me to see a silhouette. Like I couldn't see any details because the light was coming from behind her,
Yeah.
and my headlights weren't aimed towards her because of the way the curve is. But I could see literally like, if you put a flashlight behind someone's head and you see the kind of like their hair, kind of
Yeah.
how it's kind of messy. I could see that. I could see the detail of the hair and the length of the hair, and I could see this person was skinny because their legs looked skinny, the arms looked really skinny. That when I saw that, that clicked in my head, made me think that it was maybe somebody from that from the rehab center.
Sure.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
that a patient got out. But
And you
so,
couldn't tell. You couldn't tell what color the dress was.
No, the dress I couldn't tell because there was the car coming towards me must have been either a truck or something because it was really bright,
Yeah.
like at eye level. And so I could see the outline of the dress. I could see the outline of the arms, the legs, and the hair, on the neck, but no real detail as to like color or facial details, nothing. I mean, I could see the arm, like if someone's standing there, like a really skinny person hanging there, I could see the shape of the arm, almost how like can kind of bend around a little bit. So for me, it was a real solid person standing there. Not for me to be like, I'd rather end up in a ditch and hit somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that you swerved out of the way wasn't a reaction like, oh my God, a ghost. It was a, hey, there's somebody by the road. So that's interesting. Like they appeared really solid. Now, so immediately after the truck passed by and you passed by her, you look back and nothing. Was there anywhere, I'm trying to debunk this, is there anywhere that she might have possibly been able to go in that very short time frame?
I mean, it's possible because it is a county road, so it's kind of out in the boonies, and I'm sure if you wanted to, you could just hop down and, there was a field nearby and whatnot. I mean, there's places you could just walk off and hide in that span of time, but you're also going to be in the middle of the road with two cars coming at you from different directions. Moving at any point is kind of a bad idea.
Sure. Oh, totally.
I expected to see either the truck swerving or somebody, on the ground. And I kept going because it was like, 1 a.m. or something. And I'm like, all right, do I go back and see if someone's there? I know I didn't hit anybody because I didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, once my brain processed what I went through, I'm like, that was a bit too creepy for me,
Well, that's exactly
I did feel kind of guilty about it.
What's the best scenario for you to turn around? I mean, there is a building there. So if it was a woman in distress, you could go to that building and be safe. Or if she was escaping from that building, that's not something you want to get mixed up in. Or if she's a ghost, that's not something you want to be mixed up in. So, plus, like, the women in colored dresses, there's not a lot of scenarios where it's a good thing to stop and help them. So I think, again, your best options are to be like, yep, okay, saw that. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I gotta go. So like a couple days later, I continued to drive that road like on a regular basis, nightly. So for the next week or so, I would take my DSLR camera, put it into movie mode, and record that section of the road
Ooh,
while I'm
that's
driving.
cool.
It wasn't a very good plan, but I'm holding it while I'm driving, not driving very fast. Trying to see if I caught anything, or I'm thinking maybe there's a sign, maybe there's a branch, that something might have caused this effect, right?
I like this. You're trying to debunk. I like this quite a bit.
Yeah, I literally went maybe 1 or 2 days afterwards, pulled over during the day, pulled over on the side of the road, and I walked that bit of the road, like because there was not that much traffic usually. And so I'm walking around. I'm like, okay, maybe if there was something, I'll a shoe or a just to see if there's anything that, or even if there was like, how sometimes there's crosses on the side of the road where people have been hurt.
Sure.
From like way back. I'm like, okay, I just want to see if there's anything here that might have had anything to do with anything. And so, no, nothing. I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything weird. The one thing, and I was trying to find it for the previous show, but I couldn't find it on all my thumb drives and my old laptop. One of those nights when I was driving back home through that road, as I'm coming around the curve and I went past that spot and there's like another curve, I saw two orbs shoot in front of my car.
No kidding. Now, we're not
Yeah, and
talking
so I'm thinking,
dust.
okay.
We're not talking dust. We're talking like orb, right?
Well, here's the thing. I saw them, and in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe there were bugs, right? With the headlights, it's reflecting. I'm driving. You know, I saw two light sources flash by in front of my car as I'm driving by. I know I recorded it, so when I got home, I looked at it, and you can, and I'm going to find the video. I better still have it, because you can see them come from left to right across the front of my car, and they actually went over the hood of my car.
Oh, wait. Now, when you mean over the hood of the car, like they just happen to be higher than the hood of your car, or they went over the hood of your car, like they changed positions?
They were coming across the road from left to right as I'm driving towards that direction, right? So as they're coming out and I see them, and I'm recording, they're in front of the car, but they're high enough to be above the hood of the car. But that's why I went slow and looked at the video, and I wanted to find the video and maybe send it to you guys. I saw in the video that at least one of those orbs went over the hood of the car past my headlights.
No kidding.
So that to me tells me that the headlight wasn't reflecting off it anymore. If it was a bug or some dust, there's no light source for it to reflect. It was emitting a light, and you could see the light glow and bounce off of the hood of my car.
Wait. What did you just say? What about the light?
You can see in the video that this orb, imagine like a tennis ball that's glowing.
Yeah.
You can see it, you know, once it went past my headlights and over the hood of my car, it was still emitting light. So the headlights weren't reflecting anything.
Bizarre.
The headlights. So to me, I'm like, okay, that's evidence of whatever this is emitting its own light.
That's really
because it's emitting
bizarre.
light onto the hood of my car.
All right, so it's definitely not dust. It's because dust doesn't do that. Dust will appear on cameras, but not so much in the naked eye. So, and you know, obviously dust will appear in headlights, but it won't do what you just described. So check that off.
Yeah,
it's not dust. How big were these orbs?
I would say maybe a little bit bigger than a golf ball.
Really? What the hell is that? And it wasn't a bug. It wasn't like a June bug or a cicada or something weird?
Well, none of those bugs emit their own light. And whatever this was already, you could say, in the shadow of my car. You know, they weren't in front of the headlights to reflect anything.
Good point. Hey, look, I'm just trying to play skeptic's advocate. But man, what the hell was going on over there? That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to find the video. It's in my laptop somewhere under who knows what file and where.
Yeah, if you find it, I definitely want to see it.
You know, absolutely. I want to share it with you guys because, I mean, I just remember looking at it over and over, and I'm like, okay, slow motion, frame by frame, as much as I could. And yeah, there's a point where it's over my hood, and it's not in the headlights. It's not any beam of light. And it's, you know, 1 a.m. There are no street lights in this road, and its light is on my car, so it's emitting the light.
What the hell? And this was over by the same area?
It was maybe, I don't know, 40 yards.
All right, now I'm very interested. I'm really, really interested in that area. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't driven there in years now, but I mean, sometimes I think about it, maybe like, you know, why not go there at midnight and give it a shot, see what I see, but just haven't had a chance.
All right, well, I got you on the phone. Alicia wants to know, did you move your mirror, yes or no?
Did I move my mirror, like my...
the mirror on the wall of your house. The mirror on the wall of your house.
Oh, that mirror. You know, I have not.
I haven't either. Mine is literally still right there. And I don't have any place to move it, so it's going to be there. So, yeah, I guess...
Yeah, that's kind of my feeling. That's how it is right now. And I will say that the other night I was in bed, and I was, like, thinking about the whole mirror and stuff because I, you know, got up and went back to bed, and I was like... And I literally, like, knocked on the wall a couple times. I'm like, okay, I'm going to knock on the wall with the intention that if anything's out there for it to knock back. And nothing happened. But that was the first time I, you know, put that intention of, okay, I'm the one knocking into their parallel universe or whatever.
Sure.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you're the one bothering them at that moment.
Yeah.
And you know what the weird thing is? That on Earth 2 or whatever parallel universe it is, there is some person calling into a paranormal almanac type show over on their Earth going, and then something was knocking last night. It was really weird. It was so weird. It just knocked for no reason out of nowhere. So yeah, you're the ghost in that scenario.
I'm the ghost, or maybe it was my knock from the now future that went into the past.
That's
that
true
I heard,
too.
You know,
that is true too. See, we just don't know. Like that's why I say constantly, and I said it. I just said it recently to somebody that was like, talking about, oh, hey, we're looking for a paranormal expert, and I said, hey, anybody that calls themselves a paranormal expert is talking shit, because there is no paranormal expert. We don't understand it yet. That's the whole point of it being paranormal. And they kind of got offended about like the fact that I didn't consider myself a paranormal expert, but I don't. There is no such thing.
You can't, unless you're the one person who somehow traps the ghost in a bottle.
Exactly.
And can show it and prove it and repeat it. And okay, you must be an expert at this because you achieved something nobody else has.
That's exactly it. Like I'm just collecting all this information and then, spewing it back to you guys with swear words in between it. And that's the best that I can do. And I'm hoping to see a pattern. And I have like the poltergeist pattern that I've seen. So there are patterns that do appear. And sure, I'm not the first one that came up with those patterns, but I'm noticing them as well. And the same thing with like the coins after deaths and stuff. I want people to call in to talk about their personal paranormal experiences because it adds to the data. And that's all I want. I want someone to go through and sift through all of this and go, oh shit, there is something to this. There must be something real. Ooh, a paranormal curator. That's exactly it, Robin. Good. Yeah, that's what I need. That's exactly it. Man, if I could go back in time right now, I would change it from Paranormal Almanac to Paranormal Curator. That's such a better title because Almanac come out once a year. So, I mean, that's my show's title is the worst title ever. I don't know if
you could just like publish an almanac that you're as a curator. So there you go.
Hey, there's a spoiler for you kids. I am working on a book version, Volume 1 of Paranormal Almanac. It's not going to be out anytime soon. It's going to take a long time. In fact, I might have to do a Kickstarter to get it out because it takes apparently it takes a lot of money to release a book onto Amazon. So, but that's for a different episode. But that's your little teaser. Yeah, dude, I love the fact that you tried to debunk it and tried to figure out what it possibly was, because that's what I want everybody listening to do. If something weird happens, don't just accept it and go, oh my God, I saw a shadow. Try and figure out why you saw a shadow. Was there a light that could have come by, a car that drove by that could have cast a shadow, a tree, a branch, anything? So I like the fact that you did that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to try to figure something out. I mean, eliminate all the possibilities, and what you got left is what you have left, right?
That's right. That's what everything that I keep saying is, whatever you have, whatever's left that can't be explained, that's the weird stuff. That's the para in that normal.
Yeah, well, there you go. So I'll leave you with that so other people can call in and we can get more of that data coming in.
I love it. Thank you, sir. Once again, thank you, Menardo, for being the first caller, the brave first caller. You're breaking the seal on tonight's episode, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome. As always, it's good talking to you, man.
All right, likewise. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too. Bye. All right. See, that's how easy it is. You got a paranormal story, you call in, we talk about it, and then I go off on weird tangents while you're talking about it. It's just that easy. Hey, howdy, hi to Chris and April and Sherry, and there's a bunch of people that just joined in. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm glad you guys like the title. The original title was Paranormal A to Z, but there was already a podcast out with that. But don't go listen to that one. Stay here. Stay to Paranormal Almanac. Plus, it gives me a chance to go Paranormal Almanac. I couldn't do that with Paranormal Curator. This doesn't sound as good. All right, let's get to another caller. Caller, you are on the air.
Hey, Curt, it's Eric.
Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Hey, I like this. You didn't give me time to have to banter for 10 minutes. You jumped right in. I like that. That's how it should be.
You know, I was watching, figured he ended, and I'd call in and see if anyone wanted a night terror story.
I'll always, as long as it's not my night terror, I always want a night terror story.
Yeah, it was the craziest dream I've ever had. Nothing sleep paralysis or anything, but it's not very long. But
I
it was
I would love to hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great dream. You know, I was at some house party drinking, hanging out with all my friends and stuff. And the night was coming to an end, so we all decided to go to bed. And the bed they had, like, set up for me was at the top of a stairwell on, like, a landing. And they had windows that you could see from, like, the landing point of view. And I was trying to fall asleep, and I kept seeing this shadow move around. And so I was starting to get nervous and trying to fall asleep, and I would hear a noise, and I'd look up, and the shadow was in a different place.
Oh, really?
And then that happened for like a while in the dream. Then I finally opened my eyes, and it wasn't Chucky, like the doll, but that's the only thing I can describe it, because it was like a child that stood up in the window, and it said, "Well, aren't you going to say something?"
Oh, wait.
And
Hold
I
on.
shot up.
Wait. Hold on. So you woke up at this point. Now you're awake, and in the window.
Yeah, have you ever had a dream where you like hear or feel something that happened in the dream, where you feel like you
Yes.
felt it in real life?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I swear I heard in real life, "Well, aren't you going to say something?" And that's when I shot up. I was dripping sweat, breathing heavy. It was crazy. And still, this was maybe a month or more ago, and I don't know why, but I still have like anxiety about that dream. I have to sleep with the TV on every night.
Now, did you say anything though? When you heard that, did you say anything?
No. As soon as some shadow child started talking to me in a window, it immediately when I woke up, and I panicked. Immediate panic.
Yes is the correct answer. To panic is the correct answer to that, because F that noise. And it's not like it's just some dude going like, "Well, aren't you going to say something?" It has to be like some creepy little Chucky doll. That's not cool.
Yeah, and like I said, it was just a shadow. That's the only thing I can describe it as. It wasn't necessarily a doll. It just was like a small child.
Yeah.
But in the window, like I said, this was like a stairwell landing, so the window would have been, 10, 12 feet off the ground probably, because the window was above the main floor.
Yeah, nope is the answer
It
there.
wasn't like a window that opens up.
Alexandra's like, "I know why you still have anxiety about it." Yeah, that's awful. That is terrifying. What the hell?
Yeah, that was quite the experience. And I can still hear like the actual voice that said it.
All right, let's try and break this down. What did the voice sound like? Did it sound like a little kid? Did it sound like Chucky? Did it sound like Morgan Freeman?
It was a kid, for sure.
It was a kid. All right.
Oh no, it was a kid for sure. Yeah.
Aren't you? Wait. What did it say?
I will throw it out there. It said. So I kept looking at it, and this is the only excuse I have for why it said what it did, because I kept opening my eyes and looking at it, and it would move. And it finally said, "Well, aren't you going to say something?"
Well, aren't you going to say something? That's creepy.
And that's when I jumped up. Yeah.
All right, so you got a kid saying from
literally that woke me from
up.
a dead sleep.
Well, yeah, as it should. I mean, I don't care who you are. Well, I don't care if you have a little kid in your house. If some little kid just says, "Well, aren't you going to say something?" That's creepy as shit. And the fact that it's not like a definitive statement, like you didn't expect that, did ya? No, it's, "Well, aren't you going to say something?" Like it's challenging you? Fuck that. No way.
Yeah, it was, I'm not one to scare easy, but that one still has me.
Jennifer's like, "Sarcastic, creepy kids are a nope." Hell yeah, they're a nope. That's exactly it. Why did it have to be all...
The black-eyed children are my biggest fear.
Hey, you know what? Me too. I actually had a dream about black-eyed children that I'm not sure was like just a typical dream, or if it was a black-eyed children visiting me, and I was like, "Nope, I don't want anything to do with that." Like that, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just because, like obviously dead kids are creepy, but for whatever reason, black-eyed kids, that's just like, fuck Slender Man. Slender Man, I'm not too concerned about some skinny dude in a suit out in the woods. I don't really care about that. But black-eyed children that can show up anywhere and that are just creepy as shit, being weird and being awkward.
Yeah, and this dream, like, I don't even know if it was a black-eyed kid because the whole thing was a shadow. It was literally a shadow kid.
Now, has anybody, did you say, like, the next morning, be like, hey, I had this weird dream, I didn't like it, and like, did you mention it to anybody? Is that why, like
Oh, yeah, I told my wife, my roommate, they both said it was creepy as hell, but they didn't have anything similar.
Wait, where is this? This wasn't at your place, though, right?
No, it was just, well, it was at my place where I had where I was dreaming was at my place. But where the dream was at some house I've never been to.
Got it, okay.
I'm waiting for that deja vu moment where I walk into someone's house and I'm like, no, I can't stay here.
Dude, the day that happens, you better you better go like Facebook Live and then hit me up, because the day you find that house and you're like, shit, I'm at the creepy kid house, like, I want to know.
Yeah. But like I said, it was a house party, and so that's probably at least a few months out.
Well, hey, when you get to a house party, just leave. Just don't, as soon as like you open the door, realize it's that house, just go nope and just leave, because there's no good scenario to stay at that house party. I don't care how long it's been since you've been to a party. You can go another 6 months with no party.
Oh, yeah.
Todd had a good point. Todd had a good point. We're thinking of it as that kid being creepy, but how about this? Todd's point is this. Maybe the creepy doll kid was creeped out by you silently staring at it. That's a damn good point. Yeah. Yeah, you're the old dude staring at the kid, and the kid's like, well, aren't you going to say something? Like, what the hell are you staring at me for, mister? So, there is that.
My opinion, though, was like, why the hell are you floating on a windowsill 12 feet off the ground?
I mean, yeah, sure there is that, but that is a good point. Like, it's all perspective, and maybe I got to stop defending you guys and start defending the creepy kid ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not like residual, then there has to be some type of knowledge of what's going on around them.
Oh, Carlos had a messed up thing. He said, watch, it's the house that he moves into years later. So it's not like you're at a house party. I'm
looking to buy a house right now, Carlos.
Oh, dude. If that's the case, and you don't realize it until after
my
you pay the money.
My lease is up in July. I want to buy a house.
Oh, I don't because I like you, but I kind of want that to be the case, that you just realize it once you've paid for it and you're sitting like, we finally got the house, honey. And then you're like, crap, it's this house.
And as long as they're camera friendly, I'll be fine.
That is true. I mean, for the evidence part of it, I'm all behind that, but that is a good point.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I had. I figured I'd call in and give you a short one.
No, I love it. Short ones, long ones. I love people calling in. So this was fantastic. Thank you again, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, of course.
All righty, I'll talk to you. Thank you, dude. This is awesome. All right, so now the show's getting going. Screw all the banter at the beginning. Now the show is getting going, and for all those people that are just like watching and not, in the chat room, well. Aren't you going to say something? See what I did? I brought it back. I brought it back to the kid ghost. Yeah, that is creepy. Yeah, for all those people saying, hey, dude, your door's opening. That's just Stitch. If I close the door, he moves it with his nose, and it makes it look like there's a ghost behind me. There's not. It's just Stitch. Yeah, it's just Stitch back there. All righty there. I missed something, though. Yeah, everybody's saying hell no to the black-eyed kids and the shadow kids and the shadow demon. Look, again, if it is the fact that I'm just like profiling right now, I feel bad, but sorry, creepy kid ghosts are creepy. Do not like it. Do not like it at all. And Jacob's right. The worst title of this podcast could have been Curt Sandvig, Paranormal Expert. Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm seriously glad. No, thank you. Yes, it's Stitch pranking you guys exactly, Menardo. He's trying to make it seem like there's a ghost behind me, so you guys go, oh my God, there's a ghost behind you. Nope, it's just Stitch. Just Stitch. All right, where are we at? We're at 50 minutes. All right, I'll banter a little bit, and if not, we'll take a quick early Stitch P break, and then we'll be back for more in just a minute. But in the meantime, what was I talking about? I was talking about something. I don't remember what I was talking about. You guys will have to remind me what the hell I actually was talking about. But let's see. I was talking about, I don't remember. I have no idea. And this drink isn't even that strong, so I don't know why I can't remember. But whatever it was, I'm sure it was great. Jay says, I have a ghost dog roaming my house. Pretty much everyone has seen it. See, that's awesome. I want to hear about that. And it's actually very funny because Sean Bishop had a very similar story, but he's too busy to call in tonight, which is totally fine. He's way too busy of a guy. He's amazing, incredible ability to work on multiple projects, and blows me away, his work ethic. So I don't blame him at all. Alexander said, I have ghost pets too. So maybe it's a ghost pet episode coming out this week. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The Weird Shit Show. I had someone ask, it was Jamie. I don't know why I said someone. I know exactly who it was. I had Jamie ask, when's the Weird Shit Show? Well, hopefully, I'll say hopefully, if I keep getting all of the content that I've been getting lately, I'll have enough content for a Weird Shit Show in 2 weeks' time. In 2 weeks' time, we'll have a Weird Shit Show. Now, for again, those people who don't know, the Weird Shit Shows aren't on Thursdays or Saturdays. They're on Tuesday nights. So it's a bit different. It's a different time. It's the same time, 7 p.m., but it's on a different day. So we'll have a Weird Shit Show coming up very, very soon. I think that's what I was going to talk about. I can't think of what else I was going to talk about besides that, so I'll just say that's what I was going to talk about. Yes, Jamie said Todd's black-eyed child's experience still creeps me out. It creeps me out, too. The fact that I know someone that had a black-eyed children experience, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that's on a past episode as well. You got to listen to all the episodes. We talk about a lot of shit all the time, so you got to go back and listen to it. But yeah. Alrighty, let's check in on Nessie. Let's go live to the live Nessie cam. This is the actual live lochness.co.uk live cam. Let's see what's going on with Nessie now. It's 3:44 in the morning. Still blackout, still pitch blackout. Still. All righty. Nothing to see. We'll check back in on Nessie in a little bit. Oh, Sherry killed him. Sherry made a ghost mouse. So that's, if you guys want to know what the hell I mean by that, well, you got to tune in to the live shows. Because the live shows, people are constantly chatting in the live shows. So if you want to know what it is, that's the only way to do it. Okay, let's move on over. Hold on. Nothing is working. It's fantastic. Stitch P break is not working. Okay. Before we go to a Stitch P break, oh, thank you. I got a Curt, I love the beard. I'm trying to take a Stitch P break, and it's not working. So that's it. Screw it. We're taking a Stitch P break. I don't care what happens. This is how it's going to be. So this Stitch P break is brought to you by Red Bull, because if I had one tonight, I would have had enough brain power to think of a better Stitch P break. Red Bull, a tasty beverage that comes with a free heartburn in every can. Once again, thank you to Josh for that. Yes, MST3K. So again, you guys won't hear it because I can't play it on the actual podcast because, I have to pay them. But, and that's right, Eric, and Nessie's not a monster. That's damn, why didn't I start with Nessie's not a monster? Fuck, good point, Eric. Yeah, MST3K. Every country has a monster. And if you guys aren't backing the next season of MST3K, screw this podcast for a moment. Go on over to Kickstarter.com, look for MST3K. We can bring back MST3K for another season. Stitch, I'm talking about MST3K. Come here, pal. Come here. Talking about MST3K. Tom Servo, Crow. All right. You guys can go over to Kickstarter.com, search for, nope. You're mine now, Stitch. Ha ha. Head on over to Kickstarter.com, search for MST3K, and back that project, because I want new episodes of MST3K. They don't need my help. They're doing quite fine. They've got like $2.8 million, and I have nothing. But even still, that is exactly it, Josh. Stitch has very, very smart and has figured out if he goes over there and barks, I bring him pull out a treat. He comes over, he gets the treat. He goes over and barks. It's, he's trained me all too well. But it's not going to happen. I'm holding him down. I love my dog, but for the love of God, shut up, dog. I love you. It does. It does take a lot of balls to rhyme Luxembourg with itself 3 times. It is the best, just the absolute best. MST3K, the best. Fun story. I met TV's Frank in the 90s at a Comic-Con before Comic-Con was like a huge fucking thing. It was basically just a bunch of nerds in one room in San Diego. But I met him there, and he was so shocked I knew who he was that he said, "Hey, come on here. I got something for you." And he actually gave me a Tom Servo head that Sean has right now. Sean Bishop bought it from me. But I have a screen-used smoking Tom Servo head. It was from one of the times when the smoke went through his head. But fun story. Yeah, I love MST3K. But anyhow, back to the paranormal. Back to the fun stuff. Alrighty. So, 818-732-9399. Not going to go too much longer if we're not going to get any other calls because I want to put this episode out tonight. I'm trying to be very diligent about the second these live shows are done, I post them out because I want you guys to listen to them because I love the live shows. Yeah, no, not kidding. It's absolutely amazing. As Sean just said, it's in a glass case. And there's no one better in this world to be the caretaker of it than Sean Bishop. Absolutely incredible. He was the nicest guy in the world. I got a photo of him. If I can find the photo, I'll show it to you guys because I had really long hair and, I was much, much younger. And he looks virtually the same in the photo. Absolutely incredibly. Virtually the same. So, yeah, I could be drinking from my MST3K Tiki mug that's right over there from backing the last season of it, but I'm not. Rigo asks, would I accept a haunted doll purchased off eBay? Yep, I sure would. Yes is the answer there. Caller, you are on the air. Oh, caller hung up on me. I was just going to say, and I think I know who this caller is, but I guess I don't because the caller just hung up. Yes, Rigo, I would totally accept a haunted doll purchased off eBay, and I'd put it right back there. The goal is to get the post office box at the beginning of May, the 1st of May, outdoor fucking starts today. The 1st of May, they're supposed to have a P.O. box for me, and I'm going to put a bunch of weird shit that people send me over there. Caller, you are on the air.
Hey, Curt, it's Alicia.
Yay, I knew it was you. I saw the number, and I was like, I know who that is, and then you hung up, and I was like, oh, I guess I didn't know.
No, it went straight to this is a Verizon, your call can't go through at this time.
Really? That's weird. I don't have Verizon. That's really weird.
I do, so I don't know if I did that either.
Oh, that's all right. So it's weird on your end. I'm sorry. But hey, you got through. That's the most important thing.
Okay, so I figured since nobody else calls, I'll do it. So last week's call, I was in my apartment. The first noise, like I said, I debunked as it was a car exhaust because there's people with like Toyotas, Hondas, with their little exhausts, and so they do that high-pitched whining noise when they drive by.
No, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Yeah.
And my son's window was open in his room, so that's what that was. Because I sit in the living room. I've got a little 2-bedroom apartment, so it carried over because his room is directly behind me, and so it's his window. And when I heard that, I'm like, okay, that's kind of loud, and I just have to point at him. And I pointed to his window, and he nodded, and I just did the shutting motion, and he shut his window after that because I had the AC going. I'm not paying to cool the outside.
Oh, wow. You are a mom. That's such a mom thing to say. I mean, it's true, but holy crap.
So, well, yeah, because, that's in Arizona, we've been at 95, 80-something, I'm not cooling the outside in Arizona.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're 100% right.
So he closed it, and I didn't notice that noise because I listened the other day when I was at work, and I was just letting it play because I was, working, not paying attention, and then I noticed you do that little enhancement bit afterwards.
Yes.
So I started listening to it. I'm like, okay, Yeah, that first part, that was the car. And then after that, I have no idea.
Right? So, all right. So there was nothing on there was no TV on. There was no this
Nope,
on.
no TV on. We rarely have the TV on because we have both of us have unlimited data on our phones, so we really don't need cable or Wi-Fi or anything like that
All right.
to have the TV on.
Sherry just asked, what about when you were talking about your dad? It sounded like a parrot saying hello.
That kind of creeped me out because, like I said, there's no neighbors. I have a cat, and she doesn't meow.
Oh, but all right. So it wasn't it could have been a meow. I could see it being a cat, like "Meow," kind of a thing. It wasn't that.
No, she doesn't meow unless she wants her treats or. And she's 10 years old, so she's an older cat.
All right.
And she was perfectly quiet.
Wait. Don't talk. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Don't talk for a second.
That's an airplane. I'm sitting outside.
Okay. I was gonna say there's something in the background right now. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Good.
Yeah. No, that's an airplane. I'm sitting outside right now. So
Okay.
I'm smoking a cigarette.
Hey, no. As long as it's something, like debunk it all you want. Like don't be like I don't know what that is. I'm glad you debunked it because I was like, oh God, there is something in the background.
Yeah. No, I was in the apartment the last time, and everything was closed. No TV on. He wasn't playing his video game. He had his headphones on, watching whatever he was, usually YouTube on his phone.
Probably
so
Paranormal
no
Almanac.
noise.
He was listening to Paranormal Almanac because that's all he listens to. It's his favorite show. I get it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, of course he does. Yeah. But yeah, no, the cat was quiet. She was laying at my feet, just belly up, sleeping. There was no noise in the apartment whatsoever.
That's weird. All right, so
it is weird.
So when you listen to it, like how spooky weird was it, or did you think like I was just like talking out of my ass when I was saying like later on in that episode I was like, did anybody else hear this? Because it was weird. Did you expect to hear anything back when you listened to it?
I didn't. Because I was thinking, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it was, people walking outside the apartment because sometimes they get loud and, they're walking by yelling at their kids or kids are out playing or whatever, and I'm on the second floor.
Sure.
So unless they're like really, really loud, I'm not going to hear it in my apartment.
That's so weird.
So when I listen back to it, I'm like, okay, I remember this. This is debunked. It was a car. I remember hearing that about that time. But everything else from the parrot sound, and I'm like, oh my God, that does sound like a parrot. And nobody has birds around me.
Yeah.
The apartment next to me is empty. She moved out. The apartment on the other side of me is a young girl who's finishing her last year in college and working as a pharmacist, doing her, credentials that she needs to do. She doesn't have pets, and she's very rarely home, and she wasn't home at the time because I watch her apartment when she's not home.
And the weird thing is that it wasn't just me that thought it sounded like a parrot. Like, I mean, obviously I did because I played that parrot lady thing for the Stitch P break, but like everybody else was like, yeah, totally sounds like a parrot. And I was like, oh crap, it's not just me. And then apparently you did as well. So what the hell kind of ghost parrot is that?
And that's what creeped me out. It's like, did it come through the video?
That's so
Nobody
weird.
has birds around me. All my neighbors around me, upstairs and downstairs, are quiet. It's one of the few areas of the apartment where there's no kids stomping upstairs or, loud parties downstairs. If there's one neighbor and he does play his music loud, but you'd be able to tell if it was music.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And if I'm in my apartment, I can't hear it.
Yeah, well, how much longer do you have? You said you were moving out, but how much longer do you have at this place?
My rent ends, so basically the end of next month.
Oh, okay, so that's nothing. So if it is like you have a bunch of haunted parrots or something living there, a month you can last a month with a haunted parrot. That is really weird, and nothing else has ever happened there, right?
No, I've never had an experience in this apartment ever.
Now, I will say that this isn't the first, you're not the first caller where someone said, hey, there's something going on in the background, but I didn't catch it until after the episode was aired. Like when people are listening to the episodes, they'll message me going, hey, there was something weird in the background. You should go back and listen to it. And then I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, yeah, there is something back there, but I can't figure out what it is. Like, I don't know what the audio term of pareidolia is, where I'm trying to hear things that aren't really there. But it seemed like I was like, all right, maybe it's just me making something out of nothing. But with yours, it definitely sounded like shit was happening. I was like, all right, there's something weird going on.
No, it did. And it really creeped me out after I listened to it when I was at work. And thankfully, the girls, everybody around me was quiet and concentrating on their work. And then I'm listening to it, and I'm like, okay. This one is this, and I'm like, okay, now I hear what you were talking about. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is all this shit?
Right?
I've never heard this before.
And it wasn't like I had to bump it up too much. I mean, I barely had to bump it up at all. Like it was just there. There was something going on in the background.
Yeah, because after you aired we did the episode, and of course it comes on like 10 minutes later. I re-listened to it, and I could hear it all. And I'm like, what the crap is all that? Because that's never happened before.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. They really wanted to be heard, apparently.
Maybe they're mad because I'm moving.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they've had a bunch of shitty tenants, and they're like, oh, we finally have a cool tenant, and now this person's leaving. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like if we want to let her know that we're here, we will, but we're not. We're just letting her live in peace and, not have to deal with us, so we're just staying quiet. But oh my God, now she's moving, and we're going to have to deal with some, bratty kids, and who knows?
Yeah,
it's an apartment complex.
Now you've pissed off the ghost. Good job. You had a chance to be like living, calmly and peacefully with them forever, but nope, you had to move. I see how it is. Yeah, well, that's just weird.
I'm going to tell you right now, when I leave, I'm going to tell them they can't come with me, and they're stuck here and they're staying.
Hey, that's good. You got to be firm. You got to be stick to your guns. Be like, nope, sorry, no ghost parrots coming with
just in case. Yeah, just in case I'm not taking the chance, they're staying.
I don't blame you.
I don't need them following me to wherever I'm going.
I don't blame you.
I don't even know yet.
I don't blame you at all, because that was bizarre. That's all I can say is that it was bizarre. But you know what I didn't like, though? That when I released the episode, somebody, and I forget who it was, and if you're on here, it was like no offense. It wasn't like I was mad at you or anything, but somebody put, and there was also creepy whispering. And I was like, hey, that wasn't creepy whispering. That was me saying, I love this. That's all I said was like, I love this. And apparently that was really creepy whispering.
There was something. I did catch that.
Wait, there was more than just me whispering?
Yeah, because you said that, and then behind you there was like another creepy whisper.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, but I couldn't make out what it was saying. It was kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but kind of like mad.
Wait, but was it on my end or was it on your end? Because if it was on your end, I'm totally fine. But if it was on my end, I got to re-listen to this and find out who the hell the creepy whisperer is in this house. What the hell?
I don't know. And I'm honestly, Curt, I'm not sure if it was after you said that or a little before or a little after, but there was like kind of a mad sound.
God, now I got to listen to this.
Somebody said something.
Look, there's nothing worse for me ever than listening to one of these episodes because I hate listening to myself. That's right, Curt's creepy whispering ASMR. You're like, look, I'll be glad. Yeah, that was Todd. He was perfect. Like, I'll be glad to whisper any weird shit you guys want me to whisper. But if there's actually something else whispering, and now I got to go back and listen to a full episode, which I never do because I hate listening to myself. Oh my God, really? Oh man.
I'm going to say it's probably on my end because it's never happened before until I mentioned I was moving in that episode.
All right. Well, I have to hear it. I gotta hear it because when a listener said, "Hey, there was an EVP on the Debbie Moffat episode," I wanted to be like, "Nah, bullshit. I was there. There was no EVP," and then there fucking was. So like, if there's weird whispering, I gotta listen to it. I gotta hear the weird whispering. I'm all about that.
I don't know because I wanna say I mentioned in either that episode or the episode before that I was moving. And that last episode, I'm not sure if that's where I mentioned it, but then, that sound came. I don't know. I just remember hearing a mad whispering or something, but I couldn't make out what it was saying. And mind you, those 2 episodes I had been drinking. So,
hey, that's
like
welcome
now,
to my world.
like now, I'm on my 4th glass of wine. But yeah, I don't know. That was very creepy.
That
had
was really creepy. Every part
happened.
about it was really creepy. The fact that other people could hear it, it wasn't just me. And like I said, I was leaning while you were talking. I kept leaning to listen to the speaker because I was like, there's something more going on than just you talking, and I want to know what the hell it was. So I guess what I'm asking is, if you're a listener and you listen to the last live episode, pinpoint where the whisper is, so I can just listen to that bit and I don't have to listen to all of me, because that's just too much Curt for me to take.
Yeah, we love listening to your voice. So.
Well, hey, I am glad somebody does, because like I said, I can't listen to me. Look, it's bad enough when I have to edit these, and there's some where I really mess up. There are some episodes where it's like every other line I've just totally butchered. And one day I keep saying that I'm going to do this, but one day I'll put out an unedited regular episode so you guys can hear just how bad I screw up constantly, and then how mad I get at myself for screwing up constantly. It's pretty bad.
You should just do it anyway. Make it more amusing.
Oh, no.
Makes you more human.
Oh, my God. It's just, it gets to be brutal where I'm just like, and then in 1789, nope. Damn it, Curt. Ah, in 17, really? Fuck. Jesus. And then I just keep, it goes like I spiral down until I have to take a breath. It's 1783. Okay, now I'm back into it. So, it takes a second. But, yeah, I'm telling you.
You will have to put out at least one of those episodes.
I will. I'll put out a live episode one of these days. I'll just completely uncut, regular episode, completely uncut, so you guys can hear me just have a mental breakdown trying to say the words Albuquerque or whatever the hell it is. But I'm telling you, when the live shows start happening, the live shows when I actually start touring, doing all the cons, it's going to be interesting. And it's going to be fun, because having a bunch of people staring at me while I'm trying to read is really going to be interesting. It's going to be It's going to be fun. You guys will like it.
No, see, there you go. Just be yourself, and if you make a mistake, you make a mistake.
That's all I can do.
You're human.
Yep, that's all I can do.
And it just makes it that more interesting, because we can all relate to that.
I'm glad someone can, because it's I did it to myself. I didn't have to do a podcast, and I did. So it's my own fault. I only blame myself. I've only got myself to blame.
Well, you can always blame Stitch, but that's not fair.
I mean, tonight's a perfect episode of What the Hell, Buddy. Again, for an hour before I actually go live, I go through and I try to find some talking points. I try to find some cool, funky music that is not, commonly known, so I can throw that at the beginning. Something fun. I can have a fun playlist. And he just sits there and he's calm and he's quiet and he's totally peaceful. And then the second I start talking to you guys, he's like, oh, fuck it. It's showtime. And then just starts barking like a madman. I gotta love him. Yeah, I'm talking about
Apparently he decided tonight was his show.
It is.
Not yours.
It is. And you know what? Frankly, he knows that everybody comes for him and stays for me. So, I don't blame him. Well, hey, thank you so much for calling in. This was freaking awesome. And I love the fact that we get a follow-up on a weird paranormal thing that you didn't even know was happening when it was happening.
I had no idea whatsoever what was going on in the background, because I didn't hear any of it. I had no sense of any presence whatsoever in the apartment. I never have since I've been here for 3 years.
Wow. Oh, 3 years. So you've been there for a while.
Yeah, I've been here for a while. I've been here for 3 years. December of 2018.
No kidding.
Yeah, 2018. Nothing has ever happened here in this particular building.
Well,
my apartment anyway.
Well, apparently it has. It's just only happening when you're talking, so you don't hear it.
But only one time.
Yeah, well, hey, I don't know. When I go back and listen to I'll be honest, I've been really focused on the speakers trying to hear something this time, and there's been nothing. So you're right. So far, it's just once. But you got to wait for the
And it's
listeners. When the
funny
listeners listen to this, maybe they'll be like, there's somebody saying, like,
well, okay, in this instance, I'm sitting outside my apartment.
see,
And it's slightly windy.
you're afraid. That's why you left your apartment, because you're afraid to call me in the apartment, because if it happened again, you're going to be like, shit, I got 3 more months of this.
Well, I still have other stories, so I might call in Saturday in the apartment. You never know.
I hope you do. I'm saying that because I'm very selfish and I don't want to banter for a long time on Saturday. So I hope you do. I hope you call in. And if you do and there's weird shit happening in the background, we're going to I won't let it go the whole call without telling you. I'm going to be like, hold on, there's some weird shit going on in the background.
Okay, yeah, let me know Saturday. I will call in Saturday. I'll tell you the story I alluded to about my dad and warning him about the stuff that was going on in the old house.
Yes, please. All right, sweet. All right, I'm holding you to this. Saturday, I'm doing a show, 7 p.m. Pacific time. I seriously want you to call in because I am very curious. You teased it so well. I'm very curious to hear about that.
I promise. I will call in Saturday, Curt, and I will be inside the apartment, all doors, windows closed, completely sealed.
I love this. Something to look forward to. Will there be a ghost? Will Alicia be able to make the call? Will the ghost stop her? Will it just be me talking to a ghost, and maybe Alicia doesn't exist and I've never known that she's been a ghost the whole time? Stay tuned this Saturday. Oh, I love it.
I could be from the other dimension. No one knows.
I don't know. I haven't met you. This is, for right now, all I know is you're all ghosts. The weirder part is, for all I know is that I'm never even broadcasting this, and this is all just happening in my brain, like that kid with the snow globe at the end of, what is it, NYPD Blue, whatever show that was, St. Elsewhere. Like, you never know, so it could be just my dimension reality. So, never know.
That would really suck for all
yes,
of us.
Yes, it would. Yes, it really would. Well, awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to you in a couple of days.
All right.
Take care. Thanks again. Bye now. I love it. All right. It's just a simulation. Everything that's happening in this world is just happening right here in my brain. All right. We got to check back. It's been a little while. Let's check in on the live Loch Ness cam. It's 4:13 a.m. It's still pitch black in Scotland. That's where Loch Ness is. Scotland, right? Scotland, or is it Ireland? I think it's Scotland. So, no, nothing happening. No Nessie sighting yet. Oh, it was a flash. Oh, sorry. It was just refreshing. Just a flash. No Loch Ness. No Nessie sighting yet. All right, we're going to check back in before I end the show. We're going to check back in. All righty. Let's go back to the actual chats. Josh said he was going to call in. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. Josh says, I was going to call in, but sometimes my asthma gets too bad. I can't talk too loud or well without taking long pauses. Hey, I'm sorry, buddy. So I hope Curt can use his talent of great public speaking to help me out. Here's my story I was going to call in about. I thought about it when I began listening to Curt's podcast again from the beginning. The first episode talks about a bunch about the Jersey Devil. That's correct. Yeah, it was with Mickey Gallier, my good buddy Mickey. Love him. I grew up in southeastern Pennsylvania, so I've been to Jersey a lot, even lived there in my 20s. But when I was 17, there's more. I'll wait and find out what Josh is going to say. I love this. I love the fact that Josh is putting a full story in the chat room that I can relay to you guys. I'm totally fine with doing this. Scotland, right? Yeah, all right, Scotland. Oh, it is slightly lighter. Oh, Todd's right. It's slightly lighter outside. All right, we're going to have to go back to the... Hold on. Let's go back to the live Loch Ness cam. Nessie cam. He's right. Oh, well, I just broke the Nessie cam. Josh, it's not the whole thing. It stopped at I was. See? It stops right there. But when I was 17, IW. Then it stopped the whole thing. Why can't I see the whole thing? Oh, what the hell? I want to see the whole comment. Oh, God, I don't want to block the user. I never want to do that. Ah, crap. All right, so Josh, break it up after when I was 17. Break it up to that point, and I'll continue the story. All right, back to the Nessie cam. It is slightly lighter out, 4:16 a.m., 4:16:02 to be exact, when I clicked on it. Oh, and it's tomorrow, too. I didn't think about that. So we're seeing the future. Right now, you guys are witnessing the future in Scotland with a live Nessie cam. So far, no Nessies sighted on this episode yet. I'm going to say yet because when it happens, it's going to be amazing. And then you guys are going to be like, I was there. I am clicking on it. It won't show me. I think it's because I'm the admin or whatever. When I click on it, it just brings it up to you guys. That's all that happens when I click on it. And that sucks because I want to know the rest of the story. I'm on like Tinterhooks or whatever you call it. It's not Tinterhooks. Tinderhooks? Tinder. I'm on Tinder. I'm all Tinder waiting for the rest of this story. Oh, he might not be able to on his side. Oh, I don't like this. All right, Josh, so here's what I need you to do. From the, but when I was 17 part of it, rewrite it, but rewrite it in a chunk of just, I don't know, double Twitter type characters that are allowed. I don't know how to say it. Look, I've been drinking, guys. It's an hour and 24 minutes into it, and I had a really strong drink. And this isn't cool and this isn't funny. This is serious. Let's get serious for a second here. Nope, I threw out the bottle. I ran out of rum. I emptied the bottle of rum. So this show has a sad point. I didn't want to bring you all down, but sometime between now and Saturday, I need to get a bottle of rum. I need to get a bottle of Captain Morgan because I ran out of rum. And that's the saddest thing you're going to hear tonight is the fact that I ran out of rum. I'm telling you right now. What is the expression? What is it? What is it? Yeah, R.I.P. rum. Oh, sunrise. Or we have an update. We have an update on Scotland. We have an update on the live Nessie cam. Full sunrise won't be until 6:09 in Scotland. So we have a little bit less than 2 hours till sunrise, where we might see it's tenterhooks. All right, I said it right, but it didn't sound right, so that's why I went to Tinderhooks and then just Tinder. I'm on pins and needles. Sure, why not? Oh my God, we're getting a call. I didn't expect this. Caller, you are on the air. Hello, caller. Caller, you are on the air. Caller, I'm hanging up. All righty. I don't know what that was. It is tenterhooks. What the hell is tenterhooks? What is a tenterhook? What's a tenter? And why do you need hooks for the tenters? The phrase on tenterhooks means waiting nervously for something to happen. A tenterhook is literally a sharp hook that fastens cloth to a tenter, a frame on which well, that's just, like a tent. All right, so even for dry. All right. Thank you. See, this is why I like doing these live shows. I learned something. And you know what? Tinder hooks, I've had a few Tinder hooks in my time, and frankly, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I have to swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, and then I'm all on Tinder hooks hoping that one of them swipes right and we match. That's what a Tinder hook is. So it's a little fun fact for you guys. You taught me about tenter hooks. I'm teaching you about Tinder hooks. Yeah, I would assume that it was a butt dial, but that's weird that it was a butt dial to me from a number that hasn't called me tonight. So I don't know what that was about. And right now I'm trademarking Tinder hooks. So if tomorrow Tinder hooks is trending on Twitter, nope. Paranormal Almanac. You got to listen to this episode. Gonna use Tinder hooks from now on. Hell yeah. All right. It's about an hour and a half. This is a good show. All right. So I tell you what, Josh, tried calling. I heard no sound. Oh my God, that was Josh calling. Josh, call back. Call back. I'll make sure that you can hear me. I was just gonna say I'm gonna end it, but there's no freaking way I'm ending it. If there's a possibility of talking to Josh, one of my favorite listeners, Tinder hooks, next Paranormal Almanac T-shirt. You know what? I can get on that. All right. Josh is not going to throw away his shot. He took his inhaler. He's going to call back. I'm going to answer. We're going to have a fucking fantastic call, and we're going to hear a ghost in the background, and it's going to be amazing. You know what's really freaking me out is I can see myself really clearly in the alien tonight, like really clearly. So I keep, every time I lean, I was like, oh my God, what's behind me? But it's just me that's behind me. All right, here we go with Josh. Josh, you are on the air.
Hey, Curt, how's it going?
Hey! All right, first of all, thank you for calling in. Thank you for taking the inhaler. As always, I love talking to you, buddy. Take your time. Talk slow. Don't overexert yourself. If it's too much, we'll do this on Saturday or another time, okay, buddy?
All right, yeah, thanks. Yeah, so we left off when I was 17. So we were going camping. My dad and his friend has a camper right outside the Pine Barrens, kind of
Oh, I know the Pine Barrens.
a
Yeah.
little bit, a little bit out of the edge of the Pine Barrens, kind of right where the beaches start. So there's a whole huge wooded area there, and then you drive down maybe about a mile down the road, and there's an inlet and then a bay of sorts, or maybe even a river. I'm not sure if it's a bay or a river, but there's even a small beach where there's lots of marsh and then lots of sand. But we were planning on going fishing there the next day. So one night we were sitting there, we had dinner, and then we were like, hey, let's go scout that area over there by the beach and see what fishing is like over there and pick a spot. And so we did that. And when we drive up in our car, it's very dark. It's probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And we park, and we're sitting there just for a few minutes because it's drizzling a little bit. And it was raining kind of hard, so we sat in the car just for a few minutes just to let it kind of slow down a little bit. And I remember looking into the darkness in front of us and seeing the lights glow and seeing all the bugs and everything flying in the lights. And then suddenly there was just something huge that flew by.
Holy crap.
But, I mean, we're pretty logical. And growing up in the woods where I grew up in southeastern PI, I'm like, okay, it could be an owl or anything. So we brush it off. We get out. We walk through the marshy grass, high grass area before we get to where the stand is. And we'll come across a dead raccoon that ripped up like something was eating it. But again, woods, fox, coyote, anything. It could be anything. So we're being logical about everything. And then we get out to the beach, and that's where we see in the wet part of the sand where the waves are. Like bright, so the waves can't wash it away, but it's still fresh, wet sand. It's horse hoof prints that are along the beach, but there's no one around riding horses.
What the hell?
There was a farm that's down the street, about 2 miles. I mean, it could very well be easily that someone was riding a horse there earlier, but like I said, it's late at night. I don't know who rides horses at night on a beach. I mean, it's possible. I don't ride horses, so I can't speak for people who do. But
sure. But all right, you see something giant fly by, then you see a dead animal, then you see horse hooves on the beach. I mean, I can get where your brain is going with this, yeah.
Oh yeah, all three of us thought the exact same thing, but we all still tried to be logical. Like he was like, well, there's a farm that's down the way a few miles, like could be a horse, and we know animals get killed all the time, and there's big birds in this area, birds of prey. So we always try to be logical, but I've always thought in the back of my mind that it could have been the Jersey Devil, and I think they did too, because it brought up the Jersey Devil, and he told me stories he's heard from people, because he's had that camper there for probably 24 years. So
well, that's exactly it.
Every
like
summer,
now,
forever.
Yeah, now I get why you say, like, oh, I was listening to the episodes and I heard the first one about Jersey Devil. I can get where your brain was going, because I would have gone to that exact same thing. And it's not a stretch. It's not like, you saw something big in the air, and then 5 hours later, 16 miles later, whatever, you go to another location and you find the dead animal, then another location you find. No, it's all in the row. So I would do the same thing. I'd be like, well, that was weird. Oh, wait, that's weird. And then by the third that's weird, I'd be like, shit, it's the Jersey Devil. I'm seeing the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
That's awesome. All right, so let me ask you this. If it was the Jersey Devil, would that be better or worse for you in that situation? Like, I know the situation's past and already, but looking back on it, is it a better thing or a worse thing than three unconnected things, or three things that add up to the Jersey Devil while you're there in the Pine Barrens with some friends?
So, now, I mean, I think it's better. And at the end of my comment that I said there is, I said the most exciting part about this is I'm actually going back to that same campground area
Oh, shit,
in a
really?
couple weeks.
Oh,
So, yeah,
that's
I'm going to
awesome.
be totally keeping my eyes open for that. So,
Dude,
and
holy
I
crap,
mean,
yeah.
I'm like I said, I've loved everything paranormal since I was a young kid. And out of all the things that I thought I'd see, I always never thought the Jersey Devil to be one of those things. Like, because I'd like to consider myself more of a skeptic than a believer. I always try to find ways to say, okay, maybe it could be this. And you guys know that I comment a lot when
Yeah.
people say this happened. I go, okay, well, this could be this.
No, and that's why
But and that's
I
what I
like you. And that
that's what I did.
that's why I like you, because you and I think the same way. Well, it could be this. Well, it could be that. And that's what I want every listener to do. I don't want to do a paranormal podcast where everything is real. There's got to be shit that's real, and there's got to be shit that can be explained. It just has to be. So that's one of the reasons I like. The other reason I like you is that you do a freaking Stitch P break by yourself. I've never said like, and I need listener Josh do a Stitch P break every episode. No, you do it on yourself, and they're freaking awesome. So I appreciate that. But the fact that you're a skeptic, hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's how I've always been, and I never really believed in the Jersey Devil as much because it always seemed more of like an urban legend, and I always think that urban legends are silly and people just make it up. It's like Whisper Down the Lane in elementary school. It gets crazier the more and more you talk about it.
Oh, definitely.
And I always thought it was like that. And then when that started happening, that's exactly what happened to me. I was like, okay, well, it's this. Okay, it's this, because I was being a skeptic. And then the third time, I'm still like, okay, well, it could be horses. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but it also is exactly like the stories I've heard as a kid or from everyone in the area that I grew up in southeastern Pennsylvania, and knowing many people who live in New Jersey.
Oh, no, and that's exactly it. Like, look, there's a reason that Jersey Devil stories are still out there. It's not just a Slender Man bullshit story. There's a lot to them. There's a lot of sightings and a lot of things that can't be explained, and just a lot of eyewitnesses. So there is something going on. I don't know what the hell it is, but there's a lot of weird shit that happens out in the Pine Barrens.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's why I'm really excited to get back. Is because I have been looking into it more. I said I have been like when I was 17, so that was a long time ago, and I didn't really have much technology access as I do now when I'm a lot older as a teenager. I had a cell phone and everything like that, but it wasn't like a good smartphone or even a laptop to call my own, so I never really could do any of the research. And I don't even think most of that research was even out there and collected yet and put online to be able to read about the Jersey Devil and the sightings that people see.
Oh, sure.
You just hear the stories you hear in books and things like that, or from word of mouth of other people.
And on the Paranormal Almanac first episode. And on the first episode.
Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah, and then that's what kind of caused it for me, because I heard you guys talking about it and how he said about how all these other stories, and you guys said about how all the stories together just make it seem like there's something more there, and it isn't really just an urban legend, that it might exist. And that's what made me think about it more. I'm like, maybe it does exist. Maybe it's an animal. And then people just call it a monster and made up that story about it. But there definitely could be some flying creature with horse feet out there in the Pine Barrens.
Look, like I said, there's a lot of weird shit that happens in the Pine Barrens, and it can't all be just people talking shit, making stories up. So there's got to be something going on. And when you said the other day that you were like going to go back and listen to the first episode, I really thought about it, and I was like, you know what? It's been, and I looked it up, and it's really stupid. It's like 173 episodes or something like that I've done, including these bonus quarantine ones that I didn't include in the count. Now I wish I would have. Going back and thinking about it, I should have included these in the count. But there's like 173 episodes, and I've never really revisited or even technically done an episode about the Jersey Devil. I just let Mickey do it because Mickey was like, yeah, I'd like to be on your first episode, and let's do this. So, or second episode, whatever it was. But it was an early episode. So I was like, you know what? I have to go back and look into the Jersey Devil and see if there is new sightings, if there is new information, or if I can debunk it. So it's it's really, I like the fact that you said you're going to go back and listen to the episodes because it made me think about maybe it's time to revisit some of the early episodes and do them better or differently or whatever. Do more, just do more with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. Like 2.0 of some of your best episodes or
Yeah.
editor's choice, something like that.
Yeah.
Kurt's greatest hits.
You know what? That's probably the way I'll do it is Kurt's greatest hits because it makes me feel better like I have any greatest hits. All right, so we got a listener that said...
I think you have greatest hits.
Thanks, man. I got a listener that said, did the hoof prints look like it was something with a stride of 4 legs or 2?
So that's actually a good question because it is something that I thought about when I saw it, and they did look a little different than what I've seen before. And people seeing what I've typed before, heard my stories, they know that my family owns a farm, so I'm pretty familiar with farm animals. But
sure.
It's also because it was on the beach, and there are ways. I mean, like I said, the hoof prints were in wet sand, so maybe some hoof prints didn't get washed away. They were still wet, and then sometimes they did. Like even on the beach, when you're there on the beach, you notice that sometimes in certain areas the water will wash up and pull everything back, but it won't do it in another area. So I mean, it could have messed up the prints in any way. But yeah, they were weird. They were not. There were spaces in between where there was no hoof prints at all.
Sure.
And there was once again almost like something could be skipping or flying.
Hey, remember,
like I said, it could very well be waves washing things away.
Definitely.
I mean, that's the skeptical part of me talking, but...
Oh, God, yeah. But remember, in a couple of weeks, when you're walking on that beach and you're looking for the hoof prints, if you don't see the hoof prints, that's just when the Jersey Devil was carrying you on the beach. It's like the Jesus saying when you're walking down the beach and there's only one set of footprints. It's just you.
Yep.
No, it's
footprints
just...
in the sand.
Exactly. Well, hey, first of all, thank you for calling in, especially when you're having an asthma attack. Holy crap. Be safe, buddy. I want you to be safe. I need your witticisms for the Stitch P breaks, so you can't go having an asthma attack on me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely stay safe.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. This is a perfect ending to this episode. And you know I'm gonna say it, so I'm just gonna say it. When you're back from this next vacation, good or bad, nothing happened or anything or something happened, I want to hear about it. I want to know more about it.
No, for sure. I'll definitely call in about it.
Sweet. Thank you, Josh. As always, you are the best, sir. I cannot wait. I've said it to you a million times. I'll say it every time I talk to you. I cannot wait to the day where we can get a drink together.
Yeah, I agree. That would be awesome because ever since I heard your first episode the first time I heard it years ago, I was like, I wanna meet Curt. And when these live shows happened, it's probably one of the best things that's happened in my life in recent years.
Hey, man, I honestly, like when we started doing those live Zoom calls right when the pandemic happened, I was like, holy shit, there's some cool fucking people. I got to hang out with these people. So it is not bullshit. I cannot wait to the day where we can get a drink together.
That'd be great. I'd love that.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. You stay safe. You stay good. And I'll see you in the next episode.
You too. Thank you so much, Curt.
Thanks, buddy. That's freaking awesome. All right, I'm taking off the phone number off the bottom. That is the perfect way to end this call. And that sentiment goes out to everybody. Anybody that calls in, I want to have tacos and tequila. Sure, why not? I do rum, but I can do that. And tacos, sure, yeah, heck yeah. I want to hang out with you guys. I'm not just saying that. I loved the listener hangouts that we did prior to the pandemic, and Bigfoot Lodge is going to be opening up again soon, so I'll start doing them again soon. But across the country, wherever you are, just know that you people are cool as shit, and I cannot wait to hang out with you. Alrighty, that about does it for this week's episode. Let's end it there. Whoa, no, wait, can't end it there. We have to go back and check. All right, let's do a live check-in on the Nessie cam. Let's see what's going on in the Nessie cam. It's 4:35 in the morning in Scotland. That is, once again, it's lochnass.co.uk/livecam. It is slightly lighter out. It is still pitch black. Can't see anything. For all we know, Nessie is right there in front of the camera, but they don't have a night vision camera come on here. So for all we know, Nessie is right there. For all we know, we're watching Nessie live on camera as we speak. Oh, and then it died. All right. So that about does it for the live Nessie cam. I hope you guys enjoyed the new segment. Let's check in on Loch Ness. Hell yes, Jacob just said, come to Colorado. We'll drink beer and throw axes. All of that sounds like a bad idea, and I'm all for that. Hell yeah. I want to throw axes at beers. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Again, wherever you guys are right now, if you're listening to this episode, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are the best. The listeners are the best. The patrons, the absolute best. When I say that this show would not happen without the patrons, I am not kidding. I'm not just bullshitting. This right here, this is broken. It's barely working, so I'm not touching it. But this right here would not be here without the patrons. Hold on. Patrons, that is for you. I cannot thank you enough. The patrons have made this show so much better than I could have ever possibly imagined, and I cannot thank you enough. I know a lot of people say, well, what are you doing with the patron money? I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing with the patron money. I am getting equipment like this, and this microphone, and this webcam, and this light, and all of the money that you guys give me goes back into the show. I just paid for another year on the website. I just did another year of StreamYard. I just did another year of Podbeam. Everything that you guys are sending me helps to make this show a better show, and I cannot thank you enough. If you guys like this show at all, thank you. If you guys like this show and you just want to donate one time, I think I've said this in the past, but in case you guys don't recall, you can do a one-time thing. It's paypal.com, eviltikimonkey@gmail.com. Eviltikimonkey, TIKIMONKEY, eviltikimonkey, MONKEY @gmail.com. If you want to do a one-time donation, I love you and I appreciate it. If you want to join the Patreon, thank you so much. There's extra episodes. I try to do a lot for the patrons, but any way you guys can help, tell your friends, tell your family, write a review, do a 5-star, whatever star you want to do, rate this show. It helps in every way, shape, or form. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much. Once again, I'm your host, Curt Sandvik, and this has been another bonus live quarantine freaking awesome call-in show of Paranormal Almanac. Thank you guys. You're the best. Can't wait to talk to you guys on Saturday.
Inget Phineas, and I just dropped